Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. New Chicago Fire spoiler hints a former character is looking to return to 51. There has been a lot of change going on at Firehouse 51 this season on Chicago Fire, but one former member of the 51 family might soon be making their way back to the firehouse in a more regular capacity. As revealed in the synopsis for Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 16, In the Rubble, Damon will be looking to make his way back to 51 following his exit from the firehouse earlier this season. The synopsis teases that Damon heads back to the floater pool with his hope being to secure a permanent spot at 51, and honestly the timing makes perfect sense. Early in the season, we saw Damon getting put back into the floater pool after tensions rose at 51 with Damon stepping out of line by trying to make a name for himself. Damon eventually landed at another firehouse and things seemed to be going well, but this storyline resulted in him missing several episodes this season before returning to the mix in the show's more recent episodes. In catching up with Damon upon his return, we come to see that he's really come into his own as a firefighter, and is a much different person than he was when he last left 51. All seemed to be going well for Damon at his new firehouse until a call ended in a near disaster when a veteran member of the firehouse turned tail and left Damon on his own in a fire. At first, Damon made it clear he had no intention of causing issues for his colleague, but when his lieutenant pressed him for the truth about what happened on the call, Damon's colleagues at Firehouse 20 quickly turned on him, dubbing him a rat. With tensions rising at Firehouse 20, Severide opened up to Kid about not knowing what to do, and she made the suggestion that they could try to find Damon a more permanent place at 51 and recognizing his growth since leaving the firehouse. Coupling that foreshadowing moment with the confirmation that Damon is now going to be setting his sights on a return to 51, it seems like we could very well see Damon becoming a mainstay on the show once again if all goes well. Now, it needs to be pointed out that Damon's return to Firehouse 51 could very well spell trouble for Carver, as it's his absence at the firehouse that opens the door for Damon to return to Truck via the floater pool and potentially in a more permanent position. Should Damon land a permanent place on Truck, once again working as part of Kid's team, we have to question what that could mean for Carver's future. At the moment, we know that Carver has had to take a step back from his responsibilities at 51 in order to take care of his health by entering rehab and battling his alcohol addiction. When he stepped away, it was not made clear exactly how long he might be away or whether he would be coming back, though the latter has definitely been the assumption among fans as there has been no statement from NBC about Jake Lockett leaving the show. One would assume that Carver's position would remain available for him, but if Damon comes back to 51 as a part of Truck, we have to wonder if that could mean Carver's place might be put in Jeopardy. After all, it was Ritter who ended up filling Damon's former place on the team, and so Damon's return to 51 would have to come via the vacancy left by Carver. Should Damon achieve his goal of coming back to 51, it'll be really interesting to see what it might mean for Carver, but we truly hope that Damon's return won't result in Carver's time away from 51 becoming a permanent exit. All we know is that we're hoping for a best of both worlds outcome, which could see Damon returning to 51 and Carver remaining a part of Truck's team as well upon his return. The halls of Firehouse 51 have seen their fair share of heroes come and go, but a new Chicago Fire spoiler has fans buzzing with speculation. Could a familiar face be making a return to the team? A cryptic social media post from the show's official account, coupled with behind-the-scenes whispers, has ignited theories that a former character may be on their way back to the heart of the action. It all started with a teaser clip posted online featuring Chief Bowden, Eamon Walker, standing outside the firehouse, looking up at the iconic 51 insignia. The caption read, "Old flames never truly die, stay tuned." While ambiguous on its own, eagle-eyed fans noticed something even more intriguing: a shadowy figure reflected in the firehouse doors just before the clip ended. The blurred silhouette was enough to send longtime viewers into a frenzy of speculation. Who could it be? Speculation has already run wild across social media, with top contenders emerging as the possible returnee. Could it be Matt Casey, Jesse Spencer, returning to Chicago for more than just a brief visit? Or perhaps Kelly Severide, Taylor Kinney, will make an even bigger splash after his recent back-and-forth absence. However, one theory has gained considerable traction: a surprise return from an older fan favorite, a name that hasn't been uttered in 51's hallways for quite some time. One particularly intriguing hint surfaced when one of the show's longtime directors posted a behind-the-scenes photo that fans believe contains a hidden clue. The image, shared on Instagram, featured a pair of firefighter boots resting on the floor next to a duffel bag with a distinctively worn leather handle. While that might seem like a generic firefighter's gear, die-hard viewers quickly connected the dots, pointing out that the bag looks eerily similar to the one once carried by a specific former firefighter, none other than Peter Mills, Charlie Barnett. Peter Mills was a beloved member of Firehouse 51 during the show's early seasons, making an impact as a firefighter and paramedic before leaving to help run his family's restaurant. His departure was bittersweet, and while his storyline provided a fitting conclusion at the time, there was always a sense that he might not be done with 51 forever. The possibility of his return, especially after so many years, would be a game-changer for fans who have long wanted closure, or perhaps a new chapter in his journey. Adding more fuel to the fire, a recent interview with Charlie Barnett has only heightened speculation. When asked about his time on Chicago Fire during a podcast appearance, Barnett hesitated before answering, "You never really leave a family like that, you know." The cryptic remark, paired with his nostalgic tone, was enough to make fans wonder if he was hinting at something bigger. Beyond Mills, there are still other possibilities. Gabriella Dawson, Monica Raymond, has always been a long-shot candidate for a return, but with Raymond recently wrapping other projects, some fans think she could be in the mix. Her deep connection to Casey and 51 could provide a compelling reason for her return, perhaps even tied to Casey's own fate in the show. Another dark horse candidate? Otis, Yuri Sardarov. Though his character's heartbreaking death seemed final, some fans refused to let go of the possibility of a flashback or dream sequence that could shake up the upcoming episodes. No matter who the mystery figure turns out to be, the teaser has accomplished its goal. It has the Chicago Fire fan base talking, and in a season already filled with dramatic twists, shakeups at the firehouse, and high-stakes rescues, the return of a beloved character could be exactly what the show needs to set the stage for an unforgettable storyline. As more details trickle in, all eyes are on Firehouse 51. Will it be a long-anticipated homecoming, a one-time guest appearance, or something even bigger? With every new hint, the mystery deepens, and fans will just have to stay tuned to see which former hero is about to walk through those firehouse doors once more.